Yeah. All right.
I guess I should pull the pages up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to pull up your character sheet. It should be automatically linked still to the campaign, right?
Yes. All right, so I will. I forgot I got to share my screen in order for you guys to hear stuff. So,
do I need to launch the game?
No.
Yeah, because it says please wait for your DM to start the game session.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. You know, we're not doing encounters on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're just doing dice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Cool. So I've got that. Everyone should be able to hear things. If you're
Can
watching.
anybody talk once? I'm getting.
Hello.
Talk.
Oh God.
I'm getting echo.
Hang on.
Oh.
Yeah, we gotta mute his stream.
Oh, how do I do
But
that?
then we won't be able to hear.
Yeah, you gotta mute
what
everybody
he's sharing.
else. But how we do it last time?
This says.
I just muted his stream.
Yeah, but then how do you hear it?
Is anybody like just listening to regular?
Oh no! So you have our cameras selected, and not the whatever system you're using.
Let's try it
We
again.
did it because we did it last time. I didn't have to mute anybody.
You're right.
and
You're
I was
right. You're
supposed-
right. I have the application, not the screen selected. You are
Yep,
correct.
yep.
Okay.
That was not my favorite.
Sorry.
I got it.
There
we
Perfect.
go.
Much better.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Much better.
Huzzah! All right, cool. All right. Let me pull my shit back up. Okay. So, last we left off, we met our soon-to-be adventuring party. You did not all know each other at our first meetup. However, quickly became acquainted while enjoying an evening at the Yawning Portal, a tavern full of adventurers, full of people, and full of soon-to-be dangerous excitement as a troll came up from the large hole in the ground in the Yawning Portal. After a fight had broken out between a half-orc named Yagra and a couple of thugs. The five of you jumped in and helped out the half-orc, who happened to be a friend of your own Juniper. You guys helped Yagra out of the fight. A troll came up out of a hole in the ground. The five of you fought, and with a final firebolt thrown by Voltrud, vanquished your first true foe in very fiery fashion. You were met by a man named Volo, who advised you that he had lost a friend of his a couple nights ago, and knew that the City Watch was just too busy to go looking for him. So he hired the services of the five of you, having just seen how well you handled this troll. And the five of you agreed to go see if you could find his friend. On the way out from the tavern and heading towards the last place that he had been seen, which was the Skewered Dragon, you came across the City Watch, who had arrested a few men and quite a few other bodies laying around, realizing you basically just come across a little bit of gang turf wars. The one of you attempted to send a message to potentially assist, however, had been spotted by one of the City Watch, and they moved those thugs out of the area and headed on.
Well, actually, they just got suspicious.
somebody knew something was fishy and got the F out of there. After that, the five of you continued on to the in the direction of the Skewered Dragon, in search of Floon Blagmar, who was again Volothomp Gedarm's friend who had been lost. Our view opens back up, seeing our party heading down the street away from our view. We open up on one boot that is laying upright in the snow, watching our party kind of head away from us. And a pair of small hands grabs onto the boot and starts to tug. And realizing that it's not coming off very easily, we see these little fingers start to undo the laces real quick, and then tug it off, and we can hear a small voice say, "Mama, will these fit me?" And you hear a motherly voice go, "Well, if they don't fit you today, they'll probably fit you soon enough as you grow, my love. He certainly won't be needing them." We can kind of see this foot that's now bootless kind of shake as we realize the other boot is being taken off. And then that body is just left there in the streets, as the City Watch was not really bothered to take it. And turns out other people can still find use for it. We lift up from this boot and put it in the rear view. And we fly silently back towards our party. And as we're going through, we catch back up to you quickly. Do the five of you say anything to each other? Is there anything that you wanted to discuss? Or are we just walking towards the Skewered Dragon?
I want to kind of discuss like what we think is going on with the scuffle that just happened out in the middle of the street. What is everybody's take on the two situations of like who was dead in the streets and who was not, like who Juniper was talking to. Like, what do we all think on the whole action that we just saw occur in front of us here?
Being the one that was communicating with the thug that was arrested and whatnot, I wanted to, I know I explained to them, like, to the party before we all left, like, hey, like, this was who it was. This is like how this can help us, type of thing. And then essentially be like, as he's like trying to talk about it more, I want to explain the importance of, like, we are in the open. We don't know what eyes and ears are around us. Like, we need to take this information and like get to where we're going, because it's really important and it can aid us in our quest. But if the information gets there before us, like, it's not as helpful.
Okay, then I agree. We can just get to our destination with the information we have, and we can discuss it, upon when it needs to be discussed with.
Cool. Anybody else?
Ready to move forward?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, as the five of you are walking, the streets that you're walking are very tight. Tall, densely packed tenements leave most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. Most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed and their candles stolen. And the smell of like salt air and excrement linger as you pass by rows of rundown buildings. One nearby shop stands out from the others. It has a deep purple facade, and in its windows hangs a stuffed beholder. Above the door hangs a sign whose elaborate letters spell out Old Zoblob Shop. And for those of you who don't know, this, there's no perception check because you can see it, but this beholder, little cute guy, one large eye in the middle of it, and a couple of like stalks that hang off of it that all have eyes on it as well. But that's just kind of chilling there in the window. Do you guys want to go in? Do you want to continue on to the Skewered Dragon? What do you want to do from here?
Didn't those guys have a bunch of eyes on them, like tattoos on them?
You did notice that the one that Yagra was beating up had some.
Oh, she noticed. So I don't. And she hasn't shared that information yet, correct?
You were all in that scuffle.
Yeah, we recognized it.
Oh, I meant the.
We know them to be the Xanathar's guilds.
Yeah, Xanathar's guild.
Yeah.
We figured that out at the end of last session.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
And that's why we were gonna move along to
Skewered Dragon.
Skewered Dragon, yeah. Because the Zentarim were fighting the Xanathar's folks.
Yeah, Zentarium Shadow Network.
Cool. So you guys continue on to the Skewered Dragon, or are you going into the shop?
I'd say continue on my half.
What was that?
I would say continue on to Skewered Dragon.
Cool.
Anybody else?
It makes no sense other than the fact the DM said there's something shiny right there. I feel like it would make more sense for Juniper to continue on to the Skewered Dragon.
Cool. So, the 5 of you continue on, heading towards where you know the Skewered Dragon to be. As you turn the corner, you do see the bar in front of you. It looks like a total ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard, like patrons, drinking from these huge tankards. If I go quiet, that's an invitation for you guys to tell me what you do.
I was thinking there. You said we can see in the windows and there's just normal, just patrons in there drinking only, like nothing's out of the ordinary. Like it looks like it's a normal bar to walk into, like any other bar like you'd walk into in the city.
Yeah, make a perception check for me real quick.
I gotta look at all my stuff here again.
You were actually blinded by the snow.
I'm blinded by this. Yeah, I'm blinded. I'm blind as shit.
So
blind.
Yeah, you kind of like are trying to look in, but there's just like a lot of jostling and stuff from the people that are around, so you really can't get like a good look into the bar, into the tavern to see what kind of clientele is there.
Okay.
So for above table from my memory refresher. So the guys with the eye tattoos are the ones we're trying to find, or
no
talk about.
So that's Xanathar's guild, and then this is the Zentarim.
Okay. So we were tasked to go to the Skewered Dragon that is owned by the Zentarim to find Volo's friend Floon. On the way, so when we were at the tavern initially, my friend Yagra got attacked by the Xanathar's people. Then they ran. Then we saw them in the streets later, having been defeated by the Zentarim.
Okay.
And now we have the information of the Zentarim took down the Xanathars. They're no longer an issue. So we just have kind of like this ace in our back pocket as we're going to the Skewered Dragon to find more information about Floon because he was gambling there recently.
Okay.
And the Xanathars are the ones that have the multiple eye tattoos.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at everybody like, anybody want to see if we can go gamble?
Yeah, I'm always in for gambling.
Let's start with a drink.
start with the drink.
Yeah, say we walk in.
Great.
Join the drinks.
Yep. I'll walk in, look for a what would appear to be a poker table.
Okay.
Or a gambling-esque table.
Okay.
I am going. So sorry.
No,
I'm
you're good.
gonna give it like 10 minutes after they enter, and then I'm gonna walk in to make it seem like I'm not with them.
Okay. So who enters the bar?
I'll enter in with Roland, but while he's looking for the table, I'm going to the bar to get us a couple drinks for us to have at the gambling table.
Cool. Okay.
Are there any open tables? That
Make a perception check.
okay.
Hey, Ptolemy?
Yes, sir.
I need you to make a perception check for me.
23.
Okay.
22.
Okay. So, Roland, as you go in, you do see that like the place has got people in it, right? Like it is busy. It is still nighttime. You notice as you walk in that the clientele here is a little rougher, less adventurers and more dock workers. So it's noisy in this bar for sure. But not quite as like happy, I guess you could say, as like the Yawning Portal might have been. But it's also not like you don't have a ton of people like beating the shit out of each other right now. At 22, you definitely like you see empty tables. There's a couple of them around, so you have your pick. Ptolemy, as you walk in and as you're seeing Roland kind of like take a look at things and everything, you do kind of like get this feeling of like closeness, I guess you could say, to Roland. Kind of you guys haven't really met, but like you feel like a kindred spirit.
Okay, cool.
So you guys grab a table, or Roland grabs a table.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a table if there's one in like a corner that has people near it, but not like in the big crowd.
Yeah. There is one that's like off to the side. There is a it is close enough to like a group of 4 that are sitting, all kind of like drinking, playing, just kind of playing a card game along. You see a couple of copper getting tossed between them, but they're just kind of drinking and playing. They don't really roll another perception check for me.
Uh, 6.
Okay. So as you're walking through, they're kind of engrossed in their game. You don't really see them like take notice of you.
Okay.
Ptolemy, you said you go to the bar?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Are you getting a drink? There's a couple people that are like sitting there. There's a barmaid behind the bar. She, is serving a couple of drinks at the end. And as you sit down, she comes over and, takes notice of you, asks for your order.
What tastes good?
It's all ale. You've tasted ale before, I assume?
Sometimes you have your own home brew.
She just corks. It's all barrels that all look exactly the same, and she just like puts it down in front of you, and she's like, 2 copper.
Wrings out a rag in it a little bit.
Yeah. Puts her
There's
finger
your
in
home
it.
flavor.
Like, it tastes good.
Yeah. Okay. I'll toss her the 2 copper, and I'll take my drink over to the table.
Perfect. You gonna go sit with Roland?
I would go over and sit with him. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So the 2 of you sit, and what are you doing from there?
I've been trying to get a feel for the place and who might be the regulars, who might be, more connected. Maybe like Zentarum, type folk versus normal folk, that live nearby or what have you, or if they're kind of all, in the Zentarum and we're the odd man out, trying to get a feel for that.
Yeah.
And just kind of keep an eye out for what I see at that point.
Okay. Do an insight check for me.
6.
Okay. With that, like, you're kind of looking around, and again, a lot of dock workers. You're pretty close to the docks from here. With a 6, the group next to you, you can see one is an elf, one is a older half orc. Like he's got like the 2 teeth sticking out the bottom. As he's kind of playing, you hear this just kind of gruff voice from him. And then there's just a couple others that from your range and everything, you can see the ears are normal. There's just 2 other humans that are there. You don't see any. With a 6, you don't see any insignia anywhere, any tattoos or anything that would lead you to believe that these are Zentarum, Xanathar, or otherwise.
Okay. I'll just kind of take a sip of my beer and turn towards Roland and say, "It's not really that good."
Maybe you should ask with the top shelf.
It is.
Oh God.
So,
go ahead.
You think you'll play?
I mean, that rich guy. I'm gonna say it loud enough to where the table near us will hear it. I'm gonna say, well, that rich guy said the gambling is nice here.
Roll a perception check.
10.
You do kind of notice the half orc who's sitting there side eyes you, and then back to the game.
Okay.
It seems a little bit lower stakes than he was talking about. A couple copper here or there. I'll say a little bit louder,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was saying it was at least a silver.
So you could make plenty of money, but a copper here or there amongst friends.
Both of you guys roll performance checks for me.
11.
13.
Cool. The half orc, just from the not even really turning and looking at you, just goes, "If you're wanting to play, just get up and get over here."
I'll nod to Roland. Go on.
Well, I finally got invited.
Ooh, a friend.
Hello.
It looks a bit
So you said he's a half orc.
Yeah.
Does he speak in orc? I'm assuming he speaks orc.
Yeah, he would.
So in orc, because it's one of my language, I'm gonna say thank you for the invite.
You do kind of the head kind of goes back for a second, and then you just hear in orc, money's good wherever.
Well, money is good, but friends are better.
You got plenty quick.
All right. Friends, huh? And he just kind of kicks the chair nearest to you, the empty one, kind of just as it backs out from the table.
All right, I'm gonna take my seat.
All right. So the game that they're playing is 3 Dragon Ante. You're gonna ask me how that's played, and I'm gonna tell you I don't fucking know.
Okay.
So,
Three dragon ante.
Yeah.
This is my favorite.
So, it starts off 1 silver in the pot from everybody. There's 4 people at the table plus you.
Okay.
Put your money where your mouth is, pretty boy.
So I only have gold.
So 10 gold, or I'm sorry, 1 gold is 10
Okay.
silver pieces. So if you want to break that down.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Let me adjustment real quick. Where's my inventory? Gold. So clear that. So I'm gonna do. Get myself 20 silver pieces. And then reduce my gold by 2.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna throw in a silver piece.
Okay.
On the table.
So we're gonna do basically performance checks off of this.
Okay.
It'll be pretty straightforward. Whoever rolls the highest is gonna take the
Okay.
pot.
Okay.
Okay. So, all 5, everyone at the tables, throwing in a silver at this point. And the 4 of them just go, ante! And they all check their cards. Go ahead and roll a performance check for me.
6.
Okay. So one of them
He's
rolled
cooking.
one of them rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
Then an 11, a 15, and a 19. So you do lose. The 19 did get rolled by the half orc. So
Okay.
he reaches over and goes, well, it looks like my night's looking up. You want to go again?
Well, let's double it.
Terrific. 2 silver go in the pot.
All right. Performance. We're gonna have 13.
So you've got 2 guys who got 16. They are going to roll against each other. The half orc takes it again. So that's 2 more silver from you. That's 2, 4, 6 from them.
more.
So so he gets 6 more out of that. Pulls it over and goes, this really is my lucky night. I'm glad you showed up. What's your name?
The name's Roland.
What brings you to the Skewer Dragon, Roland, besides throwing away your money?
Well, some rich guy told me that the gambling was good here.
Going great for me. Who
I can see that.
who told you about us? Who's this
Oh,
guy?
shit. What was his name? Play no. NPCs?
It's in general.
Oh, general. Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to scroll back.
Oh, son of a bitch. Damn it. Okay.
Is it okay if we tell him? Is that
Yeah. You can go above
It's-
table.
it's
'cause you've
Floon.
rolled.
Isn't it
Floon-
Wolf Farm?
Floon's
no?
the doc-
Volo is the rich guy. Floon is the
Right.
guy we're looking for.
Right.
Volo's the one
Yeah.
who asked us to find
Yeah.
him.
So are you saying
That's
the person we're looking for? Or are you saying the one that sent us?
No, I'm saying the one that sent us.
Yeah.
Volo.
So Volo, okay. Well, I was sent here by a man named Volo. He said the gambling he was good. He didn't seem very trustworthy, but it seems your luck as well.
No one here is trustworthy, kid. But Volo, that does ring a bell. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check for me.
Okay, persuasion. That is a 18.
Okay, great. The DC on that originally was a 13. Losing your ass in the game brought that down to a 10 because he was feeling good.
I was actually before we started rolling, I was gonna be like, I want to throw, like I want to throw the first couple of hands.
There you go. Perfect. So it worked either way.
Yeah.
So the half orc leans back and he goes, "Sure. I remember this Volo guy. He's got a little shitty mustache, doesn't he?"
It's pretty gross.
Yeah. I remember him being in here a couple nights ago. Him and a friend of his. The guy with the soup catcher, the Volo, stumbled out of here. But his other buddy that he was with stuck around, and I think I remember seeing a friend of his show up a little later who met him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so multiple people came and played.
Yeah. At this point, one of the humans looks up and he goes, "Yeah, that was that Renair Neverember. He was
Please spell that.
So I'll throw this in. Yeah. There you go. That's in your group chat, in the lobby chat.
Can't gotta put them in.
There it is.
What'd you say, June?
There. Okay. Sorry, I have us popped out over here, so I'm over here
okay.
clicking on the chat, going, "Why won't it open?"
Yeah. No, you're good.
Oh, who's Rainier again? Can you say that again?
Renair
He's-
Neverember.
Okay.
He's the friend of.
Okay, good.
What was his name?
Volo.
The guy we're looking for. Vol. Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy says, yeah, the guy who met Volo's friend later, that was Renair Neverember. He's he thinks back and he looks at his buddy, and his buddy looks back at him. They kind of like he goes, that's the son of Waterdeep's like previous open lord. That was Daggelt Neverember's kid. And the other guy, the other elf, goes, "Chip off the old block, that one." And one of the human goes, "Just another spoiled rich noble who likes to rub our noses in it."
So they come down here to poke fun at the pores.
You could say that, but again, their money spends just fine. We love taking it from them.
Oh, I have nothing against y'all. Clearly, I'm in rags. I was more jabbing upwards.
True.
Well, I mean, did they play? Because I'm trying to keep the conversation like towards the game, because they don't know that I'm looking for him. Like, where did they play and win or lose and skip out or something?
Yeah. The two drank. They played a few rounds of Three Dragon Ante before leaving around midnight. Says they all kind of like are like looking at each other, kind of like, "Oh yeah, when are they like midnight?" Blah 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 blah. And then goes, "A bunch of guys followed them out, and after that, who the fuck knows?" But we saw them leave around midnight.
A bunch of guys. Did they skip out on their bets and not pay, or?
No, they paid up just fine. But when they were done, they were gone.
What did they do? So I don't do the same thing. I don't want to be followed by a bunch of men.
Fuck if I know, man. We were just playing.
Okay.
Not my brother's keeper. I don't even know the guy.
Makes sense.
So we pause on this scene.
Yep.
Voldred, Juniper, Elena, what are you guys doing? Juniper, it's been about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it has. All right. I am I'm gonna enter in, kind of do my general sweep of the room as I make my way to the bar. Kind of not as like bubbly, kind of like somber, kind of just with this vibe of like I've had an awful day type of thing, and I'm just like look around and then to the bar. An ale, please.
Yeah. The barkeep comes over. She looks at you and she goes, 2 copper, and plumps a tankard down in front of you, which is about, with your halfling size, it's about the size of your head.
Toss her the 2 copper. I am gonna love getting round in this, and I like take it and like turn and kind of make a show of like looking for a place to like just go and sit. And like obviously there's no like solo table, so I'm just kind of like, and then without saying anything to anybody, I make my way to a nearby-ish table, and sit.
Okay. Are you trying to make like a show of this, or are you?
Kind of. It's more of a performance of like I'm giving the perception of I've had a long day. I'm not in the best of moods. Just kind of looking to lose myself in a tankard that is half my size.
Cool. Yeah, roll a performance check for me.
That was a nat 20 plus 6.
Cool. People like notice, right? They do see a little halfling come in, immediately jump onto a stool, grab herself an ale, and then start heading, towards like a table. You do see, quite a few eyes kind of take notice. As you're walking, like a half elf that's just kind of like sitting and like watching like this bard that's playing in the corner, just kind of like strumming away at his lyre, right? Just kind of looks at you and goes, tough day there, girl?
Yeah, it always is when, some fucking disgusting mustache looking guy like steals money from you.
I'm sure I could throw a couple extra dragons in your pocket.
What are we playing?
Sorry, I had to hold that one off.
Well, I think we all know where that is going.
Yeah.
Why is the DM blushing more than me? Come on.
Yeah, it's what's your game?
Depends on if we're talking tabletop or flesh.
What's your game?
Everything in between. Heaven and hell.
Cool. Roll a performance check for me. Or deception, whichever you prefer.
Let's see. $15.
Okay. He pulls out like a couple of like stone dice, and says, "These are the liar's dice. You're more than welcome to see what you can roll." Throws like 2 dragons down on the table.
I take a big old gulp of ale and pick up the dice.
Cool. So this is kind of like pirate's dice, right? Like you're trying to get to a certain number, and You can only see one set or one of the other person's dice. You roll 3. You're gonna roll 3 d6, and one of them goes in the open. The other 2 stay behind your hand. You're trying to get as close to 18 as you can. You each get 2 rolls. You can re-roll one of the die, or one or both of the dice behind your hand.
Okay. Walk me through this again. How many dice?
So one dice goes in the middle of everyone, right? So they can see. So boom, you roll it. He just rolled
A D
5.
what though?
A D6.
Okay.
He rolled a 5 in front of you, and then behind his hand. I don't know why I'm putting my hand in front of it when you can't see my shit.
Because you're immersed, damn it.
I am. So he rolls, he's got his hand in front of it, and he looks to you. 2 dragons on the table. Do you put 2 in?
Well, no, because he didn't say I needed to put 2 in. He said he could put 2 in my pocket.
Okay. All right. So you got a 5. Looking, you see a 5 there, and he's got his hand covering the other 2. What have you got that's in the open?
So am I in the open? Is
So-
a 3.
Okay. Now roll 2 that I can't see.
Okay.
Okay. So now he's going to look behind his hand, and he elects to not re-roll either of those dice. You can re-roll, but if you want to re-roll, you got to put 2 dragons on the table.
Okay. So I'm looking for the total of all of the dice to be as close to 18 as possible.
Yeah. And you can either put 2 on there, or you can up the ante.
I'm going to put 2 down.
Okay. And then
What's his dice that's showing?
a 5?
5.
Okay.
She's got a 3.
Yep.
I'm going to re-roll one of the dice behind my hand.
Okay. Go for it. So you've re-rolled.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So since you called, he is going to show his 2 dice that came up. He's got a 5 on the table. He rolled a 6 and a 5. So he currently has a 16. The 3 that you have, what have you got?
You want me to tell you the total?
Yeah.
I've got a 3, a 5, and a 6.
Cool. So he beats you and takes those 2 dragons from you and goes, "Wow. It was a good try, but not quite good enough. Why don't you sit down and tell me a little bit more about this mustache man who's put you out so bad?"
I take several more gulps of ale,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like wipe my mouth, kind of uncharacteristically. Like she's playing up this like frustrated, like giving up of the elegance almost,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just kind of like trying to fit with the roughness of the area.
Sure.
And she's like, it's just, I like trinkets. It's my thing. I'm really good at making them. We sell them all the time. And, you can't trust anybody nowadays. He sold me a sob story, how he can't find his friend. And I just thought I could trust it. And apparently there's gambling debt. Isn't there always gambling debt?
Where'd you meet this
He
guy?
stole
who's
my
so-
trinkets.
Who are you talking about? Are we talking about Zoblob?
Zoblob? No, I'm not.
Yeah, the trinket salesman down the street. Who
No,
are you talking about?
I make. What do you mean? I make trinkets, and I sell them.
Yeah, but you said
And-
he took something from you.
No. I said a mustached man took my trinkets.
I thought you meant the Zoblob, the mustache man down the street. So a different guy with a mustache took your trinkets?
How many damned mustaches are in this city?
You come in here talking about trinkets, and a mustache man took it, and I know a mustache man who sells trinkets. It seems like a pretty easy thing to connect the dots on.
You would think so, but no, this is Volo I'm talking about.
Oh, that guy.
That guy.
Well, he spins a big tail and he shows up here every once in a while, but he seems harmless. I can't believe that he would have stolen something from you. What did he take?
Just a bunch of high-end gems and metals that I had saved up. It was going to be a really nice gift for my friend, but you just can't be nice nowadays, I guess.
That is too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Roll a perception check.
$19
You feel something tugging at your belt.
at my belt.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately grab whatever it is that's got my belt.
And you just hear, "Hey!" And you are holding on to the hand of a like small gnome who is reaching into like your pockets.
Again, one cannot be nice.
Sorry, madam. I think I didn't leave my keys here. I'm sorry. And he's trying to pull away.
I do let him go. And I make sure that my bag is cinched even tighter and like kind of tuck it in that, you know what I'm talking about, Elena, that pocket right there between the thigh and the pooch.
The
Yep.
pooch pocket.
Yep, the pooch pocket.
That sounds so fucking wrong.
So
It's like a fucking kangaroo over here.
No, it's not. It's not. It's like where the thigh and the legs meet, and it's just, you just kind of got that pocket right there, and you can just put things there.
combination of words I wasn't expecting together. So,
Wait,
okay.
did someone say pooch pocket?
You turn back around, and the guy you're talking to, gone. Took the dragons, and he is out. So you are now sitting at this table, empty table. The gnome that you let go is like scampered away, and the bard is still just playing away.
I'm just gonna keep drinking to myself and kind of keeping airs out, like just to myself at this table now that I'm alone and whatnot.
Perfect.
I'm assuming I can infer that the gnome and the guy that I was working with or gambling with were in cahoots together.
Make an insight check.
Excuse me, I'm a little busy.
I'm gonna come steal your cat.
Just a little busy. It's at 16 plus 4 is a 20.
Yeah, so when you grabbed the gnome's hand, you did see his eyes immediately go to that guy's eyes, like locking, like, what do I do?
Yeah.
When you let go, they separated out. Oh, you're pretty. Elena.
She's such a brat.
Okay. I'm going to walk over to where Tolomir is sitting.
Okay.
And sit next to him. And look at the beer that he is so disgusted with. And just kind of swirl my finger and taste it. And say, oh, this isn't that bad. And I would pick it up and just take a big swig. Thank you. But
It's
also
still yours.
appreciate it.
Hey, just for clarification, Elena, you mentioned last session that there is a like section of your face that is dark around the eyes, and then your horns as a tiefling come out from the top there. Is your face always dark in the upper half, or does that like fade and go as you go into like combat?
Yeah, that fade and go. It is like adrenaline induced.
Okay. So for everyone's flavor and the theater of the mind, right now her face is, your skin color is what, gray?
White?
White. Okay. Standard white with black horns coming out. You
She has a
noticed,
really good picture of it.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm like pale white. Like I've never seen a day of the sun.
Right. When she got into that fight with the five of you, you saw that this section here, much like Batman, was just fucking blacked out.
Yeah.
So, great. So now you've taken Tolomar's drink. Tolomar has gladly given it to you. Is there anything else the two of you do?
He's giving it to her. I don't know if he's glad about it.
Okay.
I don't think he's ever glad about giving up a drink, whether it tastes shitty or not.
True.
No.
Being that I've kind of like have come in, I think, behind the group, I would have observed Juniper up at the bar, and I would like to potentially investigate the guy that the little gnome looked at.
Roll a perception check for me at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. I take it back. 16. What's disadvantage?
You got to roll it twice. Take the lower number.
Oof.
3.
Okay. Based off of like the commotion of the bar and where you were and not being next to her and everything, you saw like a little bit of like a like back and forth, but you were too far. There is no way you could have seen that angle where that gnome was and who he looked at.
Can I put my Batman mask on and try again?
Anything else, or can we move on to Voldred?
We can move on.
Cool. Voldred, what are you doing?
Am I in or am I walking in the bar at this point?
You tell me.
You tell him.
I think I was already originally in the bar because I walked in when I was originally saying when Roland walked in.
Okay.
So I'm already at the bar.
Great.
And he's already left me, gone to the table, sat down, done all the stuff. Everything happened. He said there was more patrons in there, so I think is there any like else that's important? Like, so I want to like do like I want to look around and see if there's any else that's of importance into that bar area that nobody else has ran into since Juniper's already dealt with one guy that stole money from her basically and took off with a gnome, and Roland is dealing with the half orc, and then Aline is just getting drunk on Tolo's own drinks over there and just playing and messing around with him. So I want to see if there's anybody else of importance in that bar area.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
6.
Okay. So you do see that there are some other people. A lot of them are just kind of like drinking or eating food. Roll an insight check for me.
13.
Okay. So you can see like there's a bunch of people. You can kind of tell that there is, again, the barkeep behind the bar. You have the bard that's playing music right now. You do see like a dragonborn that is sitting kind of like by the front window, which is busted out. So he's just kind of like enjoying that winter breeze coming through. But wearing your standard dock worker clothes, right? Like he is in basically the equivalent of jeans and like a short sleeve shirt. And you can even see like through the scaly skin, you can see like soot and grime and just all the grossness that comes with working on the docks with the fish boats that are coming in and not really giving a fuck enough to clean up after his shift.
Okay. I'd like to, since I'm noticing another Dragonborn, and it's very few and far between of seeing Dragonborns around after losing my clan. I would like to take a drink over to him and introduce myself to him.
Cool. So 4 copper for the 2 drinks, and you head on over.
All right, and let me do. I'm just getting my copper up here.
Yep.
And that's how much for the drinks?
That'd be 4 copper, so 2 per drink.
2. Okay, perfect. All right. So I head on over to him with the 2 big ales in my hands, and I kind of just softly set it down on the thing, just slowly set it across, and mention to him, "Well, it looks like you've had a long day at work. Think you could use one of these?"
He kind of like looks up from the food. So right now he has the remnants of like a baked like cod, basically. Still has like the head that's on the table, but he's pretty much gone through the rest. Just has like the bones left from the fish. He looks at you, looks at the drink, goes ahead and takes the fish head and just pops it in his mouth and goes, "Well met. What brings you here?"
I just passing on through on a little of a side quest, if you may call it, looking for somebody for a friend, and I just haven't seen a Dragonborn in these parts recently, and it's kind of see a familiar race around here, so I just figured you could use yourself a drink.
Well, I appreciate that. Feel like there's at least a few of us around here. It sounds like you haven't been in the city very long.
No, I am new to the city, just recently, more long passing through, as you say. Long history on that. That could be for another story, but what do you do around here, if I may ask?
He holds up his hands and, just kind of like gestures at himself. He's like, "I work down on the docks. You know how it is. Just gotta make a living somehow, am I right?"
Oh, you're right indeed. And then he kind of checks like, "You haven't by chance within a dock seen any suspicious activity recently, have you?"
Roll an insight check.
Fucking twice. That one, so 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just suspicious? No, man, no.
Let's see here.
Takes a drink of the ale, and sets down. He's like, "Still tastes like piss."
Yeah, the drink really doesn't taste that good here, but you can't complain with what you got, right?
Can't complain with what's in front of me.
And a free drink at that is nothing to complain about, good sir.
You know what You know where I lead. And takes another drink out of that.
Kind of like with the whole kind of being failed on that, I'm gonna kind of take a different kind of lead and kind of see if he's kind of into a gambling man. See if I can kind of get him to open up. Maybe he likes to, with being a worker and wanting to make a penny on the thing. I'm even on the cheaper end of the games for copper for him.
Mm-hmm.
Since you kind of tell he's a worker, so he's got to work for what he's got, and probably doesn't make a lot working on the dock. So I know he's not over by the gambling tables at all. He's by the front, kind of enjoying. So I want to see if he just wants to do like a friendly one-on-one dice game.
I'm gonna be honest, my friend. Not much for the gambling. We just money's tight. The docks don't pay as well as they used to. Roll an insight check.
Okay. 9.
Okay. You can tell that while he may not be into gambling, you can tell doesn't care. There is probably another way to have him provide some information.
Let me look here 1 second. I would like to, I'd like to actually offer him 10 copper for possible, like us kind of casually slide across 10 copper for possible information if he's ever seen anything at the bar itself while being a regular after the pier. So, I kind of slide across the bar and say, I know you work on the docks and come here to have a good time, but have you seen anything out of the ordinary here with 2 gentlemen by chance?
Cool. So he looks at you. He looks down at the copper. Just kind of like looks to the side. And then just takes his mug. And as he kind of lifts it up, you do notice that it has like a bit of a recessed bottom, right? And he just kind of over the copper and just slides the copper back to him. And goes, what gentleman in particular?
I'm looking, gotta get getting names mixed up here. I'm looking for a man named Floon, if you've ever heard of the name.
I know Floon. I've seen him around.
When was the last time you saw him?
A couple nights ago, probably.
Anything out of the ordinary with him, or is it just his normal coming in and gambling and then on his merry way? Do you see any scuffles with anybody?
Didn't see any scuffles. I know that I saw him with a few people, which isn't exactly out of the ordinary.
Did one of them happen to be a man with a mustache at all?
He came in with him, yeah. He didn't leave with him.
Did he leave before Mustache Man or after Mustache Man?
I'm not entirely sure when he left, but I know I saw him leave with somebody else that he came in with. Guy was pretty well off from the looks of him.
So he was a kind of a richer looking feller.
Richer than what you see here.
You, by chance, did see how many people left with him? Just the one?
Just the one guy that he left with. I did see a group of people leave not too long after that. Looked like a rougher crowd.
You didn't by chance notice any special markings on this rougher crowd of anybody that was in that crowd?
Roll a persuasion check.
Seven.
Look, man, appreciate the beer. Appreciate you helping take care of my dinner. I'm not here to start trouble, but you might want to check out a warehouse down on Candle Lane and look for the snake symbol on the door. And get the fuck out of here.
I take that information and I slowly grab what I have left of my ale and I kind of just walk, not all the way back to the bar, but just off to the right of the bar. Kind of there's a little open space on the wall that I kind of just sit off to on the side, then kind of ponder with that information and see. And that way I'm overlooking to see what everybody else from the group is kind of doing at their point of view at this point.
Perfect. Great. So...
And just so I can type that, is the warehouse with the snake emblem. And what was there's a name, I thought.
It's on Candle Lane, is what he said. Where he said the warehouse might be.
Okay.
All right. So that brings us back. We pick up from Fuldred. We head back over to Roland, Tolomer, and Elena. who are all very close to each other, rolling, still chatting away with the guys at the table. What do the three of you do? Actually, all three of you roll a perception check for me.
I got 11.
Okay.
It's gonna be 20.
Okay. Elena?
11.
Okay. The three of you see Voldred, get up from near the front and kind of come walking your way. It's pretty hard to miss the Dragonborn, but you do see that he is moving closer to you guys and is just kind of like chilling out for a second.
Okay. I'm interested to see what Roland's doing.
Roland?
So I'm gonna. Oh, sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on baby monitor duty. So I'm gonna look at the guys at the table. I'm gonna know one last hand, 5 silver.
It's your money. So there's the 4 of them, 5 silver each go in.
And let me subtract real quick. 5, and it's performance, right?
Yeah.
$18.
Yeah, you lost to a 19 and a nat 20.
I lost to a 19 and that 20. Damn.
Damn.
This is like a super fucking tough game. You're
No,
going up against...
it's fine. I wasn't planning on winning.
Okay, all right.
Remind me how much gold we got for the quest initially.
It was
10 each.
10. Yeah.
And down.
And then if you and then you should have started with 10 originally, correct?
Yeah.
So you should have got 20 total.
The human, or one of the two humans, goes,
Mhm.
"Wow, it's about time my luck turned around," and he grabs the pot.
Oh, the half orc didn't win again?
No, not again. That being said, the half orc did roll the 19, so almost had it.
So, speaking on luck, do you remember what the guys that followed what was his name? Was it
Floon.
Vollum? Oh, the Floon?
Yeah.
Oh, Floon. That followed Floon. Do you know who they were? Because if they're following someone out, I'd prefer not to step on their toes.
The half orc again, looks at you and goes, "They're wrong voice. Yeah, they're not the kind of people whose toes you want to step on." Puppy. You're not gonna want to step on their toes. That being
Oh,
said,
him's a tire boy.
aw,
He's literally asking to go to bed.
yeah. If stepping on toes is something that you aim to do, go check out the warehouse on Candle Lane. They hang out there a lot when they're not here, and when they're not running the show here.
Oh, so this is their place.
Just takes a drink of his beer.
Okay. Well, if you know any good contacts, I am known to do some side work for people.
The orc puts his hand out. It says, Karatur Thoromash. I'll put it in the chat.
You can have it for that one.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm sure we can do work eventually.
So I'm gonna reach out and shake his hand.
Make a strength saving throw.
A strength.
All those half orcs.
It might be like a constitution.
25.
25? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Strong
So,
foot, boy.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Did you just do a stealth check?
Did I?
No.
Oh, I did do a stealth check.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, no. My bad. That's stealth.
Big attack on your strength.
I can't read. There it is. Okay. A 2. I break my hand.
Okay.
It's a big difference there.
Yeah.
23-point swing.
So, he reaches out and he takes your hand, but he does that thing where, like, he kind of, like, squeezes your hand hard, and you can feel the bones in your hand kind of, like, as he's doing it, and goes, I'll be seeing you.
So as he's shaking my hand and I feel the pain in my hand, I'm looking at his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes are gonna suddenly like change colors, just a shade difference,
Mm-hmm.
and like just like a flicker.
Cool.
Just specific for him. So.
Performance or intimidation, whichever one you want to do.
No. It's not to intimidate.
Okay.
It's not to intimidate. It's a subtle information.
Got it. Perfect. You feel that grip kind of like release for just a quick moment and then tighten up and let go. Cool. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna stand up and say thank you for taking my money. I think my pockets are well hard enough.
Come back anytime. All right, so you get up. Where do you go from there?
I'm gonna start walking outside.
Okay.
Just towards the door, not in haste or anything.
Terrific. Ptolemy, Elena, Juniper, Voldred. If you're all looking towards the middle of the room, you see Roland get up and leave the table.
I'll follow Altador.
Likewise, I'm gonna take the beer with me.
As soon
Out
as
of the
Elena.
Yeah.
Okay, as you're starting to walk out, getting close to the door, you hear from the bar, "Hey, fucker! That's my cup." And you just see the barkeep behind the bar is looking at you very intently.
Oh, I already got to roll this fall. Well, I'm gonna give him the Batman stare. Like, no, it's mine. So my face will get dark, eyes will get bright red.
Roll an intimidation check.
Fuck it. Okay. I'm not scary at all. 6.
6? Cool. The hand crossbow comes up from underneath the bar.
I'll just roll my eyes and set the cup down.
Wise choice. Stay the fuck out of the skewered dragon.
Oh, don't fuck that.
Well, she's just not allowed. Not all of us, just her. They don't know.
Y'all are following me.
Yeah, but they don't, just because we're leaving. I'm not leaving the right behind you. I'm just gonna walk around behind you. She's trying to walk out with a full drink in hand.
Okay, so you head out.
Yes.
Okay. Ptolemy, Juniper.
I'd give a few minutes before heading out. I planned on it anyway, but after seeing that interaction, I definitely don't want to be associated with Elena.
Okay.
Take it back.
I don't want a small crossbow pointed at me. So I'll hang back for a couple minutes and just kind of observe a little longer before heading out to meet up with everybody.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a wide berth. Essentially, the similar aspect of not wanting to like be associated so much, and give it time, and then I'm gonna be like, "Fuck, can't even hold my own piss, and like head for the door.
Awesome. Okay. So it takes a little while, but all 5 of you manage to make it back out of the skewer dragon without any arrows inside of you.
Woo!
All with some differing information. So the 5 of you meet up outside in the snow. The moon is like high in the sky right now. What do
Full moon?
What do you do?
Full moon?
It is currently it's the beginning of the month. So it is basically like it has just been a full moon and it's starting to wane.
Okay, so like it's not like a half a moon, so it's in between half and full moon. Like, but
roll
it's waning.
roll a nature check for me.
I can't even. Hold on, it like froze. I gotta do it again.
It was a
Right there.
14.
14.
It's right there.
14? I
Okay.
couldn't see it.
Uh,
It didn't
Yeah,
show
right
up when
here.
mine froze. Yeah.
Full moon was 3 days ago.
Okay. So it's still bright. It lights up like you don't
Yes.
need any street lights. So okay.
Especially off the snow.
Especially off
It
the
does-
snow. It's bright. It's bright.
It does definitely like light up. But
But also
again,
keep in mind we're around tall buildings. We're on the ground floor. It's shady, like hard to see. People have
And-
stolen the candles, etc.
And we're
Mhm.
outside, correct? So I'm gonna be outside. And I'm gonna give it a little bit of a share. I'm like, whew, it's cold out here, and then I'm just gonna do a little fireball in my hand just to give myself a little warmth by myself.
I love it.
Well, not my favorite establishment in Waterdeep.
Yeah, I'd have to say it was
Um,
quite the interesting crowd.
It seems like a great place to waste money and lose money, and potentially lose blood if you try to take their cup. And I'll just kind of look at Elena.
I wasn't finished.
She was finished with you.
Well-
did we learn anything else
Not a
other than
thing.
not to buy beer there?
Yeah, so I'm gonna explain to everybody about the how is Floon. I don't know how to say his
Floon with an
Floon.
N.
Floon, yeah, Floon had arrived with the guy that hired us. Then he had left, and someone else met up with him. And as they were leaving, a group of individuals followed them shortly after. And the orc had mentioned should pay a visit to the warehouse off of Cardinal Lane.
Candle.
Yeah.
Candle.
Candle.
Lane. Yeah, I wrote it with my left hand, and it is awful. Right?
Perfect.
I can't.
That's rough.
I think it says snake.
I'm so proud of you. Look at you taking notes.
It says I did write snake symbol.
Perfect.
Explain that to them. And then that's really all I know.
And then
Great.
as he's explained that, I was like, well, I got the same information from another Bloodborne or Dragonborn at the front of the bar with the same information of going to Candle Lane Warehouse with a snake symbol on it. I mean, that would seem like, two different parties with two different, informations. I think that'd be something we should be definitely checking out next.
Oh, and I'm going to explain that the people that own the establishment or run the establishment also run the warehouse. Correct? Yep.
You already have inspiration on your character, don't you?
We
from
all ended our last
before.
session with it.
Yes.
Cool. But yes, good job putting that together.
Jeez, thank you. Sorry.
Okay, so you guys have provided that information. You've discussed that amongst yourselves. What is your next action here?
I'm ready to go that way.
Yeah.
I've got money to make.
What time of day is it?
It is
It's
nighttime.
middle of the nighttime. Moon's high. He says like late night, like midnight, 1 a.m.
Yep.
I would say.
Good time for bad decisions. Let's go.
Yeah. Good things always happen after midnight.
Perfect. So you guys are going to head to Candle Lane?
Yes.
Yes,
Perfect.
please.
Okay.
Or can I be devil's advocate?
Sure.
Yes.
What's up?
Do we want to know what that beholder shop was about?
You want to stop back by that shop that we walked past?
Calm
Maybe.
down, witchy woman.
I mean, it's right there. It's like basically right next door, correct? To the drag. It's like not that far from the Dragon Skewered, correct?
It's
Wouldn't be closed at this time.
It was closed when we were walking by it originally when we went to the bar.
So roll a history check.
History check.
8.
17.
It was not closed.
Okay.
Hey, I also rolled an 8. Yay.
Additionally, with I guess we'll call it history. Somebody roll a survival check for me.
Survival check.
I am just rolling shit tonight.
I got a 5.
Okay.
Somebody got a 20. Who was that?
So,
That's
Mr.
me.
Tolo.
Perfect.
Mr. Tolo.
So Tolomer knows that the direction you came, like you passed Zoblob's shop, you got to the Skewered Dragon. You know that Candlekeep is not the opposite, or Candle Lane, sorry, is not the opposite direction. It is a little bit out of the way, but like going to Zoblob's shop would take you like 10 minutes out of the way.
So Juniper, you're kind of making a suggestion for us to kind of go back towards the Tinker shop and take a look at what the shiny object in the window.
I'm merely reminding you all that it was a thing.
I was actually intrigued by it at first, and then you wanted to keep moving because of the information. So I'm still intrigued by the shiny
Slide
thing
me
in
a
the window.
persuasion. Slide me a persuasion.
Yeah.
Let's
can I
see.
pers-
Roll
Did
this
you
one.
did you share that someone was asking
I got
about him as
13.
the other mustachioed man? Or did you share that information or no?
Say that one more time.
Oh, you are correct.
That's a question to did Juniper share the information about mentioning
Right,
Zoblov
right. We talked
as
about
the other mustachioed
his.
man?
Yeah, I will go ahead and I'll share to everybody that like the table I sat at was awful, no information, only desire for my pockets, as can attest by the one with sticky fingers that I found in my purse. However, there
Pouch
is
purse.
no, not that one. The
Oh,
other
my
one.
Bad. My bad.
Don't talk about our pooch purses.
Not the prison
okay?
wallet?
It's a pooch purse.
Oh, my bad.
The prison wallet is further back. Thank you very much.
She'll make sure everyone knows where their wallets are.
Oh god.
And then explain
Safety
how
deposit box.
there is another mustached fiend, disgusted, like whatever, like
That runs that shop. Wasn't that the shop?
Who's a trinket tier?
It was the guy that he was talking about ran the shop that we walked past.
Correct.
And as I say, like the bit about like the trinkets and whatnot, I'm going to like share a look to Ptolemy and try to kind of like pass it off as like just looking at, like talking to everybody, but then I'm gonna like pause on Ptolemy when I like talk about trinkets and then move back on.
So you're saying you want to just maybe scope out the competition a little bit?
I mean, we're out and about.
I mean, it's only a few extra minutes out of the way.
And maybe one mustached man knows another mustached man and has information and it attains to this quest.
It's possible.
And you said you wanted a persuasion check.
A counter. I got a 13.
My persuasion check is a 11.
Who needs trinkets?
We'll go with the majority rules here. So, who says they want to check out the shop, and who says they want to go straight to the warehouse?
I
So,
also like trinkets. I want to check out the shop.
I want to check out the shop, and if anything, I'll throw an intimidation check at Mr. Rollo and light my little palm flame a little bit more as I do.
Oh, all right. Hey, let's do it. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now.
Okay, intimidation. You want an intimidation check?
Yeah,
each other?
yeah, wait,
Okay.
yeah. Hit it.
so Roland, you
18.
will do. Are you trying to reverse intimidate him, or are
Oh,
you?
what
Yeah,
would
yeah,
that? What
I
would be that?
Why
What
are
would be?
you investigating?
So for
Oh,
a,
that's big words.
let's see.
Okay, what?
Yeah, I want to kind of like use.
What would it be like
you
if
know,
I believed it or not?
It will. Okay, so if he's intimidating you, and we're going PvP
Okay.
here, you would do a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Okay. Charisma.
So click next to your charisma and then plus, yeah.
Right there. I got an 18.
And I threw an 18.
You threw an 18? Okay, we're
Yeah.
doing a straight rollies here. Both of you guys just roll a d20.
Okay.
All right. Right there.
Oh, I rolled from 16 to 3. No.
Yum.
I rolled from 16 to 3. No.
And Roland, what'd you get?
I got a 16.
16.
You got another 16?
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
another
you hit
16.
Okay, cool.
I had an 18 and a 16. Yeah.
Okay, 18 and 16 against a 3 on a contest like that. So
Yeah.
He's like, ooh, warm.
Gotta get a monk chunk.
So
Shit.
So yeah,
Can I-
Roland, tell us like how do you like reverse intimidate him? Like you see him like
Yeah,
kind of
so
do this little
yeah,
fire.
kinda-
Like what do you do in response?
So, I'm going to mimic the eyes and the markings of Elena.
Elena.
Oh my goodness.
Fucking sick. Okay, so Elena, tell us what we see on Roland's face.
You're gonna see his eyes turn bright red, and the whites of his eyes will go black along, and then spread from the white of the eye to the face, like the mask. A mask from probably about the bridge of the nose up to the forehead is just pure black.
Do we see this in like is it just like a very, very strong, like are we at like 100 on the fucking masking scale here, or is
What's
it like
the opacity?
yeah, what's the opacity, or is
Yeah,
it more
like-
like
So
ghostly?
have you ever seen like it's
Like,
gonna be
does
like
this-
black? No, it's gonna be like black smoke almost. So it's gonna
Ooh.
kind of like
Does it
move.
like start from like the eye and like spread out as it fills up, or does it just like appear all as one as all at the same
No,
time?
it spreads like smoke.
Sick.
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
And
Batman
and
mask.
like as it's happening, I'm just gonna be like, cool it, Dragon Boy.
And then I just slowly let like my flame go back down to the original spot I had. That kept me warm.
Perfect.
So yeah, Juniper's gonna be like, so like relation and point between the two,
Between the two of who?
Roland and Elena, because Elena was the one I saw it on initially, and I just saw Roland do it. So I'm gonna be like, relation?
Not on the first date.
Roland, roll a deception check.
Okay.
Juniper, roll an insight.
$11.
17.
Okay.
All right, then. Keep your secrets.
No secrets. No secrets.
Hell yeah. Anything else before you guys take off to the shop?
I'm gonna walk past Roland and try to sweep him out by the ankles and say, "I do not appreciate imposters."
Okay.
You don't know. My performance beat out your insight. So you think that I am?
Did I roll insight?
No. So Juniper rolled insight. Elena
Oh,
just saw
okay.
you do
Oh,
it.
June. Oh, okay.
Juniper
Elena
was
saw you mock her.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
Juniper was responding to your not on the
I
first date.
Okay. I got you. Okay.
So
We're bullying
Elena,
the shit out of him.
yeah,
I love this.
Elena,
Is everybody trying to get these hands
Roll-
off
yeah.
everybody in the street right now?
roll an unarmed attack, Elena, and like we'll just go up against the AC. We can either go against your AC
Okay.
or Roland. You can roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I will. We'll do.
Yeah, your AC is good enough. Roll for the attack, Elena.
9.
Terrific. So you don't even hit. Roland, what happens when she tries to sweep the leg?
So all I'm gonna say is just because I don't have the horns doesn't mean we're not the same.
Cool. So you try to sweep the leg, and he just like sidesteps you. Like it's looks easy to him. You look slow in comparison.
It's the beer.
It's rough.
It's like
It's the
yeah,
rough.
yeah, like kind of like a little kid like getting mad at their mom, like yeah, like trying to kick. That's what we see when you do that.
Just
Anything
flicker on the
else?
forehead. Stop that. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Just like reach out, like flicker on the forehead, like stop that.
All right, let's head off to the shop.
Okay,
Perfect.
let's
We're
walk.
gonna continue
finished.
walking to the
Awesome. So
Tell him you don't want to swing at him.
Who's next?
yeah,
It's not Tolomer's style.
I'm just shaking my head as we walk along.
perfect. So you guys are gonna head off to Old Zoblob's shop. You remember where it was because you passed it on the way here. It's gonna take you about 10 minutes, which is perfect because while you guys are walking, that's a good enough spot for us to take a quick break.
I was
So-
just about to ask, can we take a break?
Perfect.
So I've got 7:56 my time. Let's try to be back here by like 8:05 my time. So like 9-10 minutes.
Sure.
Terrific. All right. We'll see you soon.
We'll be right back. It's killing. How does he have a Discord transition? We'll be right back.
Is it a goat eating
How
too?
do you do that?
Great.
Okay. I need you to tell me how to do that because
It's all OBS. It's just OBS virtual camera
Oh,
in the Discord.
okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
I was so confused. I was like, how the fuck did he do that? That's so cool. Oh. Oh, that's funny. Calling me an imposter. Humbug.
I'm gonna buy new dice.
You buy any dice?
Mhm.
I'm a professional. Professional.
It's just gonna be 16 through 20 on all sides.
Just 16 through 20. Only 20s.
They have one of those.
Just an all 20.
an
Yeah,
all
yeah.
20,
It was a nat 20. For sure, nat 20. Like, let me see your dice. Like, no, it's nat 20. Don't
No,
don't
I
worry about that.
saw somebody like the DM like only lets them use it like once a game or something, but let me see.
There is a class that I can't remember what it was, but there's a class where you can pre-roll I think like 2 or 3 rolls before the like session even starts, and you can save them for whenever's necessary. And you can also, like, if the DM rolls something against someone, you like, no. Or if you just like, or if like your teammate
Oh, that's
is
super
like,
cool.
yeah, if your
Yeah.
teammate rolls low, it's like, oh, here's like a 19 or whatever. Instead, I can't remember. I saw it on a video. I was like, damn, that's pretty neat. I'm too dumb to remember that.
I have weighted dice.
You have weighted dice. Are you Googling dice right now?
Yeah.
Let me find some fucking loaded D&D dice real quick. I'm about to fucking win everything.
Rigged.
I am so fucking powerful.
They do. Okay, hold on. Mm, 20.
Yay! Why are you so mean to me today? You break my heart. I wake up. No, good morning.
That was the best.
No, hello.
Jamie.
Yay! What are you doing?
Actually, Jaime.
It doesn't even feel like we've been doing this for 2 hours already. Holy fuck.
I know.
It hasn't been 2 hours. Has it been 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really
So you,
slow.
on the dice front, you also have to be careful because there are wind down dice, I think they're called. But they're essentially made for like counting in Magic the Gathering. So like they literally just go from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 20. And they're not in the dice rolling order. So it doesn't give you the proper probabilities and whatnot.
I just.
And Talamir, whenever you pulled up that screen, I was like, I don't know if you saw, but I was not this one, but like the character sheet. I was going through like trying. I was like, where the fuck do I do this at? And I was like, clicking everything. I was like, I need it. I need it. Oh shit! I got the NPCs and everything. Is anybody
Yeah.
streaming today?
No,
No.
I forgot how to stream.
I really wanted a Dr. Pepper, but I think 32 ounces plus 12 ounce cans.
You're drinking water today, so that's improvement.
I drink water
How
sometimes.
dare you tell him he's drinking
Okay.
water? Now he's going to stop.
Now I'm going to get a
Now
Dr.
I
Pepper.
am going
I've got
to go
4
drink
minutes
coffee.
to get a Dr. Pepper.
Are you in the box? Why are you in the box? Is it because it's a box?
What are you doing? Need more love? Come on.
Over here frantically searching for weighted dice so I can look cool in front of my friends.
Even though we do all of our rolling online. Oh, look
Yeah.
at your lap
Oh,
boy.
baby.
Oh, the boy.
Here you go, puppy.
I'm full screening this shit. Give it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
look
the
at
puppy
him.
snugs.
Look at him.
You got itchy spot, huh?
What a cutie.
He's a very sweet boy. Hey,
I love how the big dogs just force themselves to be lap dogs.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You're 11. You know, snuggles. Hmm. Yeah, you don't fit. You don't fit. I love you, but you don't fit. You're not actually a lap dog.
Oh my god.
I love it because Elphaba still has a kitten head, but she has a cat body. So she's got like the baby and then like the big cat body.
That is not
You
water.
are such a brat.
Don't feed the trolls, guys.
Brown's
Hi.
hungry.
I've been back and forth with Alphaba. I thought you were Alphaba. You're not Alphaba. Hi. Good night.
It's my D20 deck of cards.
Absolutely.
Nice.
I love you too. Good night.
That was hot.
Good night, hubby.
They said good night, honey.
Bring the back of that head back over here, boy.
Okay, so Dane Leon is talking shit.
I don't know.
Dan
no,
says
I
good
was
night, honey.
complimenting.
Good night, Dad.
I said, bring the back of that head back over here.
He said he wants to see the back of your head again. He said no, thank you.
I'm going bald.
Okay. Don't hit my yum.
I feel you.
And
Don't worry. I
the
feel
only
you.
one who's not on cam is Jamie because she's lame.
You're
Yeah.
fucking nerd.
Boo.
Don't
Crap.
bully me.
Facts.
Did you hear that?
What?
Hub said, from what I hear, it tracks.
Damn.
Get shit on.
Oh, you're gonna get on hand to prove you. Like, what do I have to worry?
Did you hear him?
No.
He said you're not going to get on cam to prove him wrong, so what does he have to worry about?
Damn.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go.
She
go
said
and hunt some
BRB.
spiders.
My D20 deck of
I'm gonna go
cards.
fight some spiders right now.
Wait, what is that? Give that
That's
back.
sick.
D20 set of cards?
Yeah,
Those
it's a
are
set of cards.
pretty.
So the 20 is all like super bright and everything like that, but
Uh-huh.
as you get lower in the cards, they go darker and darker. And like the one is like super dismal, like
Nice.
end of the world type shit.
Very cool.
No, she's not getting it. Like, I love you. Good night.
He's a liar.
No, she should be asleep. What time do you have to be awake? Okay. Okay. Yep. Andy, love
Dr. Pimp.
you too.
Dr. Pimp. Dr. Pimp.
I am not staying up for you. I'm just making sure my alarms are set appropriately. Absolutely.
All right. Are we ready?
We're ready. I'm
You ready?
Perfect. All right.
Weighted dice acquired. I mean, what?
Hey, yo. All right. So the five of you have been walking for, 5-10 minutes or so now. And as you do, you kind of turn a corner back around and you do notice this shop that has stood out to you before. Again, very deep purple facade on the front, has the little stuffed beholder in the front. And you do see that the lights are still on.
I'm gonna walk in.
Yeah, say I'll go out the door and try the knob.
Perfect. So as you walk up and open up the door, a cloud of like lavender scented purple smoke trails out of the shop's door as you peer inside. Every wall is painted purple, and every like dusty knickknack on the shelves is dyed a deep violet. You do see like a hairless old gnome that's just sitting cross-legged on the counter, and he's wearing plum-colored robes. Excuse me. His cheeks are decorated with 9 purple, like face-painted eyes. The gnome lowers a pipe and exhales a cloud of lavender smoke before raising a hand. He goes, "Hail and well met. Come browse the shelves, the most curious curiosity shop in the world."
I'll walk in. I'll just give a nod as I walk into the shop.
"Hey man, what's up?"
How are you?
are doing
What's
great.
your most curiosity?
I mean, every curiosity is curious. It's like in the name, man. Just take a look around.
I'm going to kind of
Excuse me.
slide in behind. Oh, go ahead. Roland.
Okay, no, you go ahead.
I was just going to slide in just behind Elena and Tolo, just kind of unnoticed. Kind of see if I can get unnoticed walking in the shop behind to the left, to the front of the shop.
Yeah. So roll a. What do we call that? A stealth check. I should know that. I don't know why I didn't know it, but
19.
You're
Oh,
in
yeah.
character.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Great with a 20. Let's just double check. Yeah. You just kind of like he's watching the others that have come in and is talking to them, and as you come in, he kind of like and like this big like this lavender smoke kind of like goes in front of his face for a moment as you just kind of through.
I'm gonna go into the store and start looking around at the wares.
Cool. Goes yeah, look around, man. We got everything around here. Like there's some stuff from like all over the world, man. You're gonna love it. Juniper, go ahead and roll a go and roll a D100 for me.
$17.
All right. 17, you as you're going through, you find this like lavender kind of looks like like architectural plans kind of. It's like a floor plan, like you're looking at it, and it kind of looks like maybe like a small like temple. But not only is it like dyed purple, but it's also kind of like sheared off at the top a little bit, like one of the corners. So like it's not a full floor plan. It's kind of almost like in half, but it looks like it's really cool the way it looks and whatnot, but it's not complete.
I'm gonna like hold it up, looking at it, and be like, "So, do you offer discounts on not full items?"
I mean, it depends on like who's looking at the item. Is the item half empty or are you half empty, right? It's kind of how you look at it, bro.
No, definitely is the paper.
I mean, to each their own. That paper technically is whole. I just don't have like the other part of it. But it's somewhere.
Do you know where?
Oh man, it'd be on the shelf if I knew. Come on.
I'm gonna set it down and like move along.
I'm gonna just like walk over to him and be like, do blind people hear their own voices inside their head?
Do what people hear there?
Do blind people hear their own voices inside of their head?
He like blows
I'm
out smoke,
actually high.
and
This sucks.
he's like, brother, they're blind. Like, yeah, I would assume so. They're not like deaf. The real question
What about
is
deaf people?
do you think that they can like? You think they like can taste colors?
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think.
Are they
I don't
like,
think.
are they like blind or like colorblind?
What was that?
So are they blind or like colorblind?
Okay, let's not go there.
That's,
Because
he like
some
looks
of
at
us
you.
can't see all the colors.
He looks at you and goes, "That's racist, man. We don't need that in our shop. Come on."
I'm gonna go stand outside.
Yeah.
I want to
look like
peruse
trouble.
the shelves and see what I can find.
Okay. Roll a D100 for me.
73.
Okay. You're looking through, and like you guys keep getting like your eyes drawn to these different papers, right? Again, dyed purple. You see it, and you take a look at it, and it looks like a receipt of like a deposit at a bank. As you're reading it, you see that it's like it's from a lesser known city, like far north, like up in like the high country, right? It's a city like a name you don't recognize, but it's just like a bank deposit receipt. And the gnome looks at that and he goes, "Oh man, yeah, that's like one of those things where you find out that when you put something somewhere that you can go find it in that same spot again. It's I like to call it a rememberer, but you only have to remember that one thing. So like that's where it is. You know?"
I'm just gonna like as I'm looking at him, put it back on the shelf and say, okay.
Yeah, you're not the remembering type. I get it, man. Hey, like, what brings you to my shop, guys? Like, I haven't had anyone in here for a couple hours. It's good to see you.
We just we'd walked by the shop earlier and stopped and had ourselves an ale and figured we'd pop in this time.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm really glad that you're here. This is my shop. I'm really proud of it. You know, I settled in Waterdeep a few years ago now, and I bought this here old Zoblob shop from its previous owner. He decided he wanted to retire in Neverwinter. I tried renaming it, after myself, but like everyone kept calling it the old Zoblob shop, so I like restored the old name and changed my name to Zoblob to match it. No relation to the eye tyrant that's hanging in the window, but I did like that little guy.
So, question. So, I'm still unnoticed here, and there was a shiny object in the window, and I'm still up front. Am I able to see what that shiny object is?
Yeah. So it wasn't so much that it's like a shiny object, but the big thing is that like you get up close and it is a stuffed beholder, right? You could tell that it is. It's been there for a while. It's one of the few things that's like not dusty in this shop. But it's just like a nice, cute little stuffy with his little eye stalks and everything. Big eye in the middle, like just like pointed directly at you as you walk up to it. So that's the biggest thing. I guess the one shiny part is like it's a stuffy, but the eye is like glassy.
Okay. And I'm still unnoticed, correct?
By Zoblob. He hasn't caught on to you yet. He's been talking to everybody else.
I'm going to grab the item out of the window and take a closer look at it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hold on to it for this moment while still unnoticed.
Okay, cool. So like you take it down, you're looking at it, you kind of like squeeze it, right? You're expecting to kind of hear like, and you don't. But you do, like, you can get closer. You feel like the eye is definitely like hard inside of this stuffy.
Is that, do I know if it's like some sort of like jewel or there's some sort of like a valuable item inside the eyes?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
$17.
Looking at it, you can tell that it's not like a gem or anything. It looks and kind of feels more like glass than anything. So no, it's not like you're not holding on to like a ruby or a crystal or anything.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna just stay holding on to it, and that's what I'm gonna just stay for right now, just holding on to it.
Cool.
I'm gonna stand up and walk around and see if there's anything of value that might fall in my pocket.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Perception.
Or an investigation. You can roll investigation.
Well, that one was a 19 for the perception investigation. It was a
You
15.
okay? Like these are like trinkets. Like it's a lot of little like bits and bobs, right? Nothing that like really stands out to you on the expensive side. You do see that there is like a as you're walking through, you see like a purple needle that's sitting on a pillow, and it has a little like placard in front of it, and it just says a needle that never bends.
A needle that never bends. Well, I'm gonna try and bend it.
You try to bend it? Cool. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Strength. 14.
All right. It doesn't bend.
I gotta check it.
You hear from behind you, "Oh man, yeah, that's my like non-bending needle. I call it needle because it's a needle. And also like it didn't bend when I tried to bend it, so I assume that no one can bend it ever. It's really cool, man. You want that?"
How much?
That is. Oh, that's on sale for like 2 copper, man. I mean, it's a never bending, non-bending needle called needle for 2 copper, bro.
I bet 1 copper.
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oof. No, it's a 5.
Yeah. He goes, "No way, man. Like I know the value of the things that are here. That's definitely worth like 2 copper."
All right, I'll give you 2 copper.
Oh, sweet, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. He's gonna go and he'll take you 2 copper. He writes you up like a little receipt. At the top, you see that it does not say Old Zoblob Shop.
What does it say?
It says Gnome Depot.
Yeah. You've
awesome.
been waiting for that one. You've been waiting for that one.
I have it packed away all week long.
Yeah.
He's like, I know what I'm doing with this shop.
Yeah, he looks at that. He goes, "Oh yeah, sorry, man." Because he sees you looking at it. He goes, "When I changed the name to the shop, I got a lot of stationery made up, and then I had to change it back, and I had made like 20 years worth of stationery. So just don't worry about that. If any of your friends ask, it's Old Zoblob Shop. You tell them that."
Oh, okay. Do you have any more non-bending items?
No, man. It's like one of a kind.
Wait, anything else? This interesting?
That's tucked away in the pooch.
The pooch pouch. Yeah, don't put it there. It doesn't bend. Yeah, man. Actually, like I do. Hold on a second. Look, and he goes behind the counter, and he pulls out a little like it's like a little wooden sculpture, right? And he holds it out, and you see like real quick, like as he does, he like licks his finger and kind of like rubs it on the top, and then like very quickly, like little nimble fingers, but like puts like a little bit of like straw on there and puts it down in front of you, and he's like, "It's your little halfling friend." And it's a little wooden sculpture that he just put a little straw on, and it's a sculpture of a halfling, and he's like, "It's her, see? There you go." And slides that in front of you. And he says that
that's a man.
it's not a man, man. Do you see?
I see the bones.
That's the pooch pouch. Don't you know anything, you uncultured swine? It's gonna be 5 copper, God.
Ooh, does it do anything special, or is it just?
Does she do anything special?
I do a whole lot special.
And he looks at you and goes, "Whoa, chill, baby, chill."
She also sells trinkets.
Whoa, competition? Are you trying to get in on the Gnome Depot? I mean, the old Zoblab shop?
I was talking about her boobs.
I'm terribly sorry. I tell fortunes. I am not a trinket seller.
Oh, good. I hate other trinket sellers. I hope they all die. Hey, who are you? And he looks right at you, Tollimer.
Just a friend passing by.
Yeah, you fucking better be. I mean, of course you are. Yeah, we're all friends here, man.
Is everything purple?
Do you mean is everything the best color in the world?
Well, do you find purple things, or do they become purple in your presence? That's like kind of shake more purple dust off of something.
Yeah. It's the best color in the world, man. I don't know what you're implying, but you better just enjoy it.
Well, I'm wondering if you're finding the good things in the world, or if
You
you're
guys have
making them.
absolutely fucked my idea of Zoblob. Like, this very quickly devolved into something I wasn't expecting.
Okay. Lesson number, I don't know, 99 for the new DM.
Yeah.
Always plan for the unexpected.
Yeah.
No, it's I'm having a blast. I just was not expecting him to get so angry so quickly. It's tools of the trade, okay, man? Like, don't try to steal my secrets.
No, I'm not stealing anything. I find the things delightful. I'm just wondering if you are going out and making things, like bringing things back to your shop and making them better with the color purple, or if you're finding purple things out there.
Roll a persuasion check.
24.
Oh, okay. He's like, hey, man, I just like purple, okay? Chill. Yeah,
Right.
it doesn't all come in
I like that lavender smoke. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's real nice. You want some?
Sure.
Okay, cool. He absolutely hands you some over. Do you have a pipe or anything that you put that in?
I'm sure I'd have a pipe.
Okay, cool. Do you light it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Constitution saving throw.
You're not a rookie. You know better.
It's a 12.
A 12. Okay. So you take a couple of couple of drags, and you can tell old Zoblob's been around. He has got the good shit, surprisingly, and you kind of everything kind of twists a little bit for you, but with a 12, you're able to kind of you focus on a point on the wall, and that everything around it you still kind of see a little further out is still kind of spinning, but that point in the wall that you're staring at is staying still for you.
And does the purple look better?
I mean, it looks way better, bro.
Way better.
Yeah, that's the fucking best purple you've ever seen, Tollimer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, you want to buy something, bro?
Yep.
All right.
Yes, I do.
Roll a D100.
That's a 6.
It is a 6. All right. You see an alabaster mask. It is purple.
Perfect.
But it is just the eye holes, right? And the rest of it is just like very smooth features. There is no mouth. So it is just a purple alabaster mask with eye holes. And he looks at that and he's like, Oh man, that's Lady Marjorie's mask. She wasn't allowed to speak when she was the queen of King Butters, and they made a mask in her image, but she wasn't allowed to talk. That's 3 copper. That's a good price.
I'll pick it up and kind of inspect it a bit closer.
Perfect. Yeah. Roll a investigation check.
9.
Yeah. You turn it over and everything. It is like a well done purple mask. Like you kind of like rub your fingers on it, and it's not like it's not coming off. There's no dust or anything. Like it's been like well painted, well maintained. There's no writing or anything on it at all. It is just that mask with the eye holes.
So I'll hold it up, to my face,
Mm-hmm.
looking through. And I said, perhaps you could do 2 copper. 1, 2.
Roll a persuasion check.
12.
He's like, man, you heard it. Like, it's Lady Marjorie's mask, right? Her husband was King Butter.
I did hear, I just,
Trying to, can't cheap out old Zoblob, man. I gotta keep the lights on.
It's all right. You got a fair point.
Yeah, I do.
So 2?
4?
How about 2 and you throw out a little bit more of that? And I'll kind of gesture towards, what are you smoking?
Yeah. No, he's like, oh, yeah, okay, man, that's cool. He's going to give you a little bit more puff there, and he'll take the 2 copper. He is going to look over and go, hey, big scary guy, what you doing over there, man? What you touching over there? And he's looking right at you, Voltred. He's gonna he's like walking. He hops off the counter and is like.
I was just looking what you had here in your front window that caught my eye when we walked up to your store.
Oh man, you saw old Zoblob. Yeah, man, that beholder guy. He's so cool. He sees everything, right? He sees what happens out on the street. He sees what happens in the store. He's just like the coolest little dude. Like he sees like crazy things. Like a couple nights ago, he saw some crazy stuff. Like old Zoblob, he's my guy, man. Don't get him dirty, or I'm gonna fucking cut your knees off.
Oh, like he's like a camera, like he records, like he watches. Like how do you what are you saying that he sees everything?
You see that big eye on his face, man? Look at him. He sees everything, bro.
Does he tell you what he sees?
I don't think he's gonna ever tell me anything. He's a plushie, man. What are you talking about, bro?
What are you smoking, bro?
Obviously not the same thing you are if you think a plushie is talking.
Well, how are you saying a plushie's seeing everything?
I'm just gonna holler out. So what did he see the other night you said it was?
Oh yeah. He said or hold on a second. Oh yeah, he saw these 2 guys. They were like walking down the street, and like one guy has some pretty nice clothes on. They kind of both seem like they were like nobles or something. I don't know. That's weird because they why would they be down here, right? Like, what are you doing on the dock ward? We've got like fish here, man.
Yeah.
What do these guys look like?
Oh, right. So, yeah, this these, like I said, they were just like nice guys. One kind of had like longish, like reddish brown blonde hair, but they were walking, and then all like they got jumped, man. Like these rough looking guys in like black armor, like they just there's like 4 or 5 of them, and I didn't like recognize them, but they just like came out and they grabbed these guys, and there's this big scuffle, and I was just like in here like watching, man. But like they got taken away. It was crazy, bro.
Do you know which way they got taken away to?
Away from here.
Like, yeah, like which way down the street?
Roll an insight check for me.
10.
Okay. So with a 10, hold on. With a 10, you can like kind of tell that he's like, while he's telling the story, he's also kind of weighing his words.
Okay.
Yeah, they went like that way, man.
He's
That's so fascinating.
Thanks, I know, man.
He really does see everything.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I have a statue that looks just like you.
Really?
Yeah, your buddy was looking at it.
There's like aisles in this shop, right? So I'm assuming
There's like
I'm
3
back
aisles and then a back wall.
back towards the front when I hear this conversation happening. But because I'm also high as a kite, after smoking that, I just kind of turn the corner with the mask up to my face and go, "We should investigate."
And he looks at you and he's like, "Go!" How are you talking? You have no mouth.
I'll lower the mask, like, "It's me, dude."
Ah!
Well, thank you so much, Zemblob. I do think I should take my friend here and go, though. He's not used to this much smoke.
Put the mask back up.
You know, Zoblob isn't like my real name. Just so you know.
No, correct. You just changed it to that, so I wanted to recognize that.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate
What
that.
was your name?
Skylar.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Oh, kind of, I guess, but they didn't like it. So, old Zoblob. Apparently, Zoblob's easier. I don't understand. By the way, guys, before you go, like, I just like remembered something. One of those guys that grabbed those guys had like a tattoo on his neck. It was like a snake with wings, like a bird snake or snake bird.
Like a dragon?
No, man, it's a
snake bird.
snake. A snake bird, man. Dragon. What are you talking about? No.
Do you feel like a snake bird? Is that how all dragonborns feel? Like snake birds and bird snakes?
No, we just feel lost in these bodies.
You should be a purple dragonborn, because purple's the best.
Bro.
Thank
That's
you
the best idea I've
so
ever
much
heard.
for that information. And I'm gonna slide him a few copper pieces and then like take Talamer's like arm and kind of like tug towards the door. I think you need some fresh air, love.
Oh, thanks, man.
As you're doing that, I'm turning back over my shoulder. I'm like, what do purple dragons even do?
Purple. Voldred, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw real quick.
8.
As you're walking out, he looks at you and he goes, "Purple dragon." And like, you see his hand come out and he like, and like blows this purple dust towards you. And with an 8, you actually manage to like sidestep it, like, and like blow it away. And he's just like, "Oh, next time, man."
Still like looking over my shoulder, like, that would have been so cool.
It would have been the best, man. You just hear that as the door like closes behind you.
It's the best shop ever.
Purple dragon.
All right, now breathe the cold air deeply into your lungs, dear.
Did everybody leave, or is anyone still in the shop?
Yeah, I'll
No,
go out with my little needle.
Cool. That's right. You do have the unbending needle.
Question. Since we all walked out, am I still holding the plushie in my hand, or did I set it back down? Because he was high and you kind of blew smoke past me. Did I walk out with it?
Well,
Did you try, dude?
we didn't do that, so let's go ahead and do that now. He is going to. He basically would have said, like, give me the plushie back.
Okay, perfect.
So, okay. Good call. Okay, so you guys have all left. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. What do you want to do now?
Apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
I think we should make our way to the
Candle Lane?
Candle Lane.
Candle Lane warehouse.
Cool. Also, for anyone who was injured during the fight with the troll, if you want, you can consider like the walking time, the sitting at the bar and everything. You can consider that as a short rest if you want to utilize that option to restore any HP.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I feel like we're going into a trap now that you said that.
Just saying, like, you guys have been injured, so in case
Yeah,
anybody
I'm
wanted
below
it.
half. Yeah, I need to.
Yeah.
I need a rest.
I just smell fisticuffs.
So what do we get back for HP on our short rest?
So when you click on short rest at the top of your character sheet, it should ask about like a hit dice.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up Ptolemer's stream here so I can see what he's.
I got it right now. I can see it.
Yeah, so you can choose to do that.
Yeah.
To use
So
your
it
hit die.
says 6.
Yeah, so you killed 6 HP then.
Okay, so max me. Oh, so it automatically does it for me. Perfect. All right. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so let me go back into my grid. Perfect. All right. All right. So you guys are now heading towards Candle Lane, towards the warehouse you heard about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need somebody to roll a survival check for me.
I got +3 on my survival.
Oh, I already rolled.
Wait.
No matter.
Oh, just one person roll survival or everybody?
Who's rolled already?
I did.
Everybody.
All right. Great. I'll take. Just give it to me. What scores we got?
I got a 20.
Great. Okay, you know exactly like where Candle Lane is and where to direct people, so you're able to head on down there. So Juniper is leading the way, going through the city streets, utilizing what little light she can from the moon. The buildings on either side of Candle Lane are so tall and so tightly packed together that you can tell light touches the street only at high sun. So when the sun is like noon in the middle of the day, that is the only time when sunlight can actually touch the cobblestone streets. Gloom envelops a narrow alley as dark as a dungeon, and as odorous as one too. Nearly all of the street lamps have been smashed. The only light that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane, like a distant candle. The flickering comes from the one street lamp still intact on Candle Lane. I need one person to roll an Arcana check for me.
I have that at +4.
Go for it.
Go for it.
13. I need to buy new dice.
Okay. 13 was the DC.
Okay.
You could tell that one candle, that flickering that's still going, that street lamp is still intact and it's kept alight by a continual flame spell. There is a warehouse that is directly across the street from the lamp, which illuminates a black winged snake painted above the door's handle. Roland and Juniper, go ahead and roll an intelligence check at advantage for both of you.
Advantage. Oh God, there's 7.
7?
17.
17. Cool. Juniper.
Olaf, Roland, with advantage, you roll 2 dice and take the higher number.
Yep. I did the right click advantage, and I got a 1 and a 5. So
okay. So Juniper, with yours, you do recognize that that marking on the door was also on the thug that you saw that was being held by the City Watch, which also matches up to a winged snake that Zoblob saw on the thug that grabbed somebody. So you are able to put 2 and 2 together here. You know that this is the Zentarum symbol. So we are now in front of this warehouse. We see a 2-story warehouse. Has like a front door that you can see has like one of those like sliding peephole covers opens from the inside, kind of like Wizard of Oz, like right, or a speakeasy. There's a large loading door up front, so like 2 hands, like one of those big doors that would open up to let like a wagon in. You do see a like a window that has been painted over. That is like on the bottom floor. And yeah, right now you're pretty much just seeing the front of this warehouse.
I'm just gonna walk up and knock next to this sliding window, or like on the door, whatever it is.
Okay, cool. So you walk up, you knock, and nobody answers. Let me see here. Is anybody else with Roland at this point, or is Roland walked up by himself?
I'll walk up and kind of just peer around, see if there's any way to kind of look through the painted over window, see what's inside.
Okay. So
I'm just gonna stay back on the street behind everybody. Just kind of keep watch on the street.
Okay. Roll a investigation check, Elena.
12.
It's pretty well painted over. So you're not really able to see through it at this point.
Is there a way to see if there's a way up on top of the roof at all, or behind to the back side of the building?
Go ahead and roll a investigation or perception, whichever's higher for you. Okay. So at 10, you are able to... Why do I see 2 junipers? Okay, never mind.
Because I'm playing.
Got it. I thought I was in some old Zoblob smoke here for a second. Like, whoa, man. It's 2 junies. Oh man, no, crazy purple dragon. You walk around the building and like you're like really trying to like take it in, so it does take you a little bit longer. But with a 10, you do walk around and you see that there's no like ladders or anything on the outside that would allow you to be able to get up easily to the second story.
Okay. And there's no back door, right, to look through?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, your three main entry points that you're seeing right now is like the small door, the big door, and this window.
How far away is the like how high up is the lamppost? Is it within reach?
That has
the candle
with the continual flame spell.
Mm-hmm.
That one's pretty tall because the city has gotten tired of like people stealing stuff. I would say that it's probably standing at about like 10 feet, and then you have the lantern there.
Can I see any like smaller ways in that somebody of a larger stature might not notice?
Roll an investigation check.
Seven.
You're looking around the warehouse, and especially in like this area, you know that people are like trying to protect their goods, and they know that this isn't the greatest place. So they've really kind of plugged up like those like any areas that could have been broken or like easier entry. So at this point, no, you're really looking at those 3 main entry points.
I'm gonna pass that information along to everybody. Like, guys, I do not believe that this is going to be a walk up to the front door and, hi, we're selling cookies. We're gonna have to.
Is that front door locked? Correct.
Do you go and try it?
Yeah, I would like to go try it. Walk up to the door and try to see if it's open.
Perfect. Yeah, you try it and it is locked.
Then Roland, do you have that non-bendable needle that we can try to pick the lock with?
I do have the needle. Yes.
Oh, does somebody have a lock picking skill?
Yeah, does anyone have any thieves' tools or anything?
I do have thieves' tools.
I do.
I am a criminal by trade.
Sir!
I have a crowbar.
That's nice to know.
So are you going?
Elena, can we use your horn?
Yeah,
Are we going the loud way or are we going the quiet way?
No, we are going quiet.
Okay.
We'll do the quiet.
Damn.
Okay. So somebody go ahead.
Calm down, Batman.
If you're trying to use your thieves' tools and your unbendable needle, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
And what are you trying to open? The door, the window, or the large
Who's doing it, first of all?
Yeah.
So I've got a +4 in sleight of hand.
So do I. Okay.
I mean, we can take turns. I mean, if
True.
you
Go
have
for
the
it.
tools, I've got a needle.
Tullamir wouldn't be volunteering to pick locks in front of people that he just met.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I did not.
What are you gonna try unlocking?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna do the door, like
Okay.
the normal door.
Terrific. Yeah. Go ahead and real quick. Hold on. Okay. I think you guys can still see my screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, just so you know, this is what the outside of the building looks like here. Here's the 5 of you, and this is the large loading door. This is the front door, and this is that window.
Oh, okay. So I was at the sliding door, right?
You are currently
I was
up here.
At that one. Okay. Yeah, I rolled a 6 on my using my needle.
I'm gonna go test the window.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Is that investigation?
Roll your. If you're trying to open it, like with tools, sleight of hand. Okay. So you roll a 10. Okay. So both of you attempt to like get in with these tools, and it's so cold out right now that as you're like trying, your fingers are shaking a bit, and neither of you is really able to get the tool into like the right slot in the locks, and you give it a few minutes and it's just like not working and they're not opening.
Is anyone else?
Am I allowed to use either my torches that I have to help keep their hands warm or my own fire to heat the area for him?
If you wanted to try and do like keep a torch nearby to help warm them up, they can roll again with advantage. The DC does go up.
Is the window glass?
Yes, it is a glass window that's been painted
Wonderful.
over.
Can I take my crowbar and break it?
You absolutely can.
So we're going loud.
Go ahead and make a athletics check for me.
Okay.
Is she tall enough to reach the window?
7. Yes. Okay. I'm like 6 foot.
A 7.
Yeah.
You guys see Elena walk up with this crowbar, and she's just like, "This is fucking dumb." Boom! She hits the window, and it bounces back and hits her in the horn.
Ow.
I'm gonna go to like the large door
Mm-hmm.
that nobody has tried yet.
Okay.
And I'm going to check and see if it's unlocked.
Okay. So you take the handle and you like.
But I really want to pick the lock.
Perfect. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your sleight of hand.
No, it's a 7.
No, the fates do not want us in this warehouse tonight.
Okay, well, so hold on a second.
Really secure down here. It's good.
Wait, we can't see in. Hold on. Can I use my fire breath on it?
Oh my god.
You're gonna burn.
We're
it
gonna
down.
burn the warehouse
That might
down.
be too strong.
You can.
Wait, I could probably use something a little bit easier, like a fire bolt that's not as strong.
You can.
Wait.
Punch the
I've got an
window.
unbending needle.
Also, I just throwing this out here, if you needed, when trying to make a strength check, like if multiple people work on it, like you can roll with advantage potentially if you're trying to get in. You can try to. You could throw a firebolt at the door. You're more than welcome to. You could certainly try.
Can I throw it at the window?
At
You
the
can
window?
punch the window. You can punch the window.
Wait, want me to punch the window?
Are you gonna punch the window? What do you want to do?
Wait,
like
before
fire.
we do that,
I
I've
love
got.
fire. Yeah, no,
I've
we're
got-
gonna do it. We're gonna do a fire
God.
at the
Okay.
window.
They were
Wait,
definitely
I've got an
burning this
idea.
down.
I've got an idea.
What's your idea,
I've got
Mr.
an
Roland?
idea.
All right,
Okay.
Roland, what's your idea?
So we see Voldred. His hand is lit up. He's got this like fire in his hand, and Roland's like, "Oh!"
Okay, so I'm gonna use the needle, and I'm going to cut or like scrape the glass. You're going to warm it with your fire, and then somebody's gonna grab some snow and make it really cold really fast, and it should crack. Like they
All right, we'll try
like they-
your way, but
like
if
they
not,
make windows.
if this doesn't work, I am casting this bolt through that window and
Sorry,
getting us into
what
this
is his
warehouse.
intelligence?
Okay.
I'm a criminal, okay?
So,
What's
Je- Jesus Christ. Roll.
So you're gonna etch the glass, superheat
Yeah.
it, and then super cool it.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Roll a. I'm trying to think of what that would be.
You could
Let's
do.
bullshit.
You could do a sleight of hand, I think.
Okay.
You want us both to do it since we're working together?
You roll with advantage because he is heating up the glass for you right now.
Okay. Advantage. All right, let's get it. 19.
19. Somebody comes over
Okay.
with snow and puts it on the warmed up
Yeah,
glass.
and puts it on super, and then
Awesome. So, having been foiled by all the doors and windows in this place, you take an unbending needle that you're pretty sure is just a normal needle. You start to create this circle, right? Making this you see like a little ridge go. Voldred comes over with this hand of flame and like onto the window. You see the window go super hot. Tolomer comes over. He's just been like scooping up snow and just says, "Get away!" and throws the snow onto this red hot window.
Tell her something like that.
The super difference in temperature between everything. As soon as that snow hits the window, it's just like, and the glass breaks, and you are able to now. There's a good. It's not even just the circle. Basically, like the circle
The
just
whole
like
window.
falls out of the window, and the rest of the glass breaks. You have a perfect circle of glass on the ground now, and the rest of the window is gone.
I'll keep that.
Now we can walk in.
So, what do you guys do from here?
Well,
Go
I
ahead.
loosened it up for you.
Your skull? Yes, you did. I'm proud of you.
I want to look in the window and see what I can see.
Make a perception check. Yeah, make a perception check.
9.
Okay.
You're so high.
Super high. You look in and you see like floating boxes, but like Roland kind of like sees past you, and they're just boxes that are sitting there.
I'll just look at it and be like, there's so many boxes, and they're all moving everywhere.
Here, let me take a look for you.
Check out the purple boxes.
Yeah. But Ptolemy, while you're in there looking, you do also start to notice that as these boxes are floating around, you see, again, remember, everything in your periphery is kind of floaty, but you focus on something in the middle, and you see that tables and chairs have been like carelessly tossed across the floor. And you think that you might see like a boot laying on the ground.
Like, the boxes beat up a boot, and the chairs are everywhere, man.
what are you talking about, Ptolemy?
Look, the boxes beat up a boot.
I proceed to look in the window to see what he sees. And I just see a boot on the ground and just tables and chairs across the ground, no floating boxes or anything like that. And Ptolemy, I don't see anything floating or anything. I just see just a boot on the ground with some tables and chairs across the ground.
Boots don't put themselves in the ground.
Boots don't put themselves
Boots don't
on
table
the ground.
boxes.
Beats bears battles are to come.
So we took out that bottom right window on the bottom, the window, right?
Yep.
That's the one. Okay.
So now you're pretty much seeing like here and
Like a
up
scratch
here.
off.
Yeah. You can kind of see over here, but again, it's just kind of like where your view is kind of at. So yeah, that's about
Can I step in the stick my head in the window and use my dark vision at all?
yeah, you definitely can. How far is your dark vision?
120 feet.
Okay, cool. So you are able to peek in there, and you're looking around. You're just kind of seeing the like these overturned tables and chairs right now. You do see the boot he was talking about, and like you can clearly see there's a bunch of boxes. Remember, dark vision. Since this is your first time, dark vision isn't like, oh, I can see everything in color perfectly. It is like grayscale.
Okay. So it's kind of like almost like a night vision style.
Kind of,
Like-
yeah.
Like you can see it, but just kind of like shades of it. Nothing really maked out or anything like that. Okay.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So we've got Voldred here, we got Ptolemy down here, and Roland is also down here.
I'm gonna look at the Dragonborn and be like, well, you going?
Well, someone's got to be first, I guess. And I'll proceed to slowly, cautiously step into the window.
Okay.
While he's climbing through, I'll go, I bet you if it was a purple boot, the other boot wouldn't have left it.
Voldred, make a athletics check for me.
12.
Cool. Yeah, you're able to kind of like get in, and luckily there's no glass around the edge of that window, so you do climb in, and you're able to just kind of like hop down on the other side.
Perfect.
How long
can,
is
like,
this effect
I
on
can walk-
Ptolemy for?
Ptolemy, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
17.
Your vision as you're watching things and you're seeing the floating, all of a sudden you take a deep breath, and everything just kind of sets back down where it is, and your vision clears.
Perfect.
Hey, Dragon Boy, you gonna open the door?
I proceed to walk over to the door and check to see if there's a way to open the door from the inside. The big door right there, correct?
Okay. You go over. You do see that there is a piece of wood that basically like comes down over, and it's in like a latched area. You can easily like pick that up and slide the door if you want to unlock it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take that board off and then slide the door open.
Perfect. So you go ahead, you move that, you move you drag that door open, and everybody's able to get inside. So does everyone
Come
go
on
into the
in,
warehouse?
everybody. Got the door open for you. Now you don't have to climb through a window.
I'm gonna walk in.
I'll head in.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So as you walk in, the five of you look around and you see that not only have these tables and chairs been like carelessly tossed around, but there are corpses of a dozen men lie along the walls. Their rapiers and daggers are all lying nearby. On the north side of the area, stairs rise up to the second story. So there is a second story here, which if I do this eraser, so we go ahead and do. Here's your stairs, like right here. So you're able to see into.
And is there lights and lit in here? Because it's still nighttime, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so you do see that there are like a couple of lanterns lit. And there's a couple torches on the wall.
Okay.
All right. What do you guys
Well,
do? from
somebody
here?
didn't clean up their mess. I'm going to start looking at the bodies to see if any of them resemble the person that we are looking for.
Okay. So are you going to move to the left or to the right?
I'm going to go to the left. I'm going to stay closer to like exits and like that type of area. So I'm going to go to the left.
Perfect. Okay. As you start to walk over here, you then hear, get him! And 4 Kenkus suddenly burst out from behind boxes, swords drawn, and they are ready to attack. That is where we will leave tonight's session and pick up in 2 weeks.
What's
That
a
was so much
kinko?
fun.
Kenku is a big bird. Let's see. The Kenku looks like, I actually have this somewhere. Where's the bird? Let's see. We'll just go ahead and
Don't you
grab
know?
it here 'cause I have it. These guys. It
Ah,
says "Kaka."
so it's a
Is that
crow
gold?
man.
Are they throwing gold or is that seeds in their hand?
Don't worry about it, man.
Find out next week
Double
on
dragon.
Find out.
Double Dragon.
So yeah, that's your Kenkus. Tolomer's looking at one as well, which looks kind of cool. But yeah, these guys all come out. They got little short swords with them, and they are ready to go.
Help me. When we were at the Skewered Dragon, you said the name of the guy that I was at the table with. He had introduced himself. What was that name? It's the only thing I didn't get.
Did I?
Which guy?
I think the only name I gave was the one that Roland was talking to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Charatur
okay.
Theramesh.
Yeah,
Yep.
Karatur Thuramesh, and then yeah, you didn't get one.
Okay. Cool then. I'm not crazy.
Nice. All right. Well, good job, everyone. I am really excited because